Hello everyone, today's video is going to be my first impressions on Killzone Shadowfall. I know the game has been out for a while now. I wasn't able to do a first impressions when it first came out, but I figured the hell with it, I'm just going to do one anyway. I remember hyping up the game, I was super excited. I played Killzone 1, Killzone 2, Killzone 3. They were all fantastic campaigns, the story's great, the multiplayers were awesome. So I was super excited for Killzone Shadowfall.
Requesting clearance to land on platform 2. Over.
Copy, Sierra 37. You're clear for approach. Landing 2 on standby. Over.
So the first thing that caught my attention with Killzone was the graphics. They were absolutely impressive. The lighting was incredible. So far, it's the best I've seen in any game. Next gen, PC, you name it. Killzone Shadowfall's lighting has to be some of the best. The color palette they chose was awesome. The texture of the building, texture of everything was absolutely great. The reflections, character models, facial expressions were really awesome. One thing that's cool about the character models and facial expressions is the characters that, the voice actors that voice the characters in the game also did the motion suits, and they did all the character modeling, so it's pretty cool. It actually sounds like it matches their body versus a voice actor and someone else putting on a motion suit. The guns looked great, the explosions were awesome, graphics overall was super impressive.
God damn it, you're too important to me.
I had to, sir. Getting captured was the only way those men were getting out alive.
This is what you do? Experimenting on us? You disgust me.
I came here to destroy this.
Don't lie to me. You came here to bury the truth. Wasn't destroying Helgen enough? How will you
Echo, what's wrong?
He's using the weapon.
The next thing that caught my attention was definitely the sound. First noticed it when I was shooting guns. If you shoot and you walk a couple feet, the gun sounds totally different when you shoot again. The reason is because on the next generation system, they came up with a new sound system called the Matter system, and it stands for Material Dependent Environmental Reactions. Basically what it means is when you shoot a gun, that noise rattles off of everything in your environment. So when you shoot, take a step, shoot, take a step, shoot, it's going to sound different each time. When you walk into a bunker, for instance, instead of rattling out in the woods, now you're rattling off concrete. It's absolutely incredible. It sounds awesome.
For years, we did nothing wrong. We assimilated, we worked hard, we did everything you asked from us, and for what? How did you ever thank us? How? What did you ever do to help us? This man's a Vecton murderer. He shouldn't be here.
People of containers is in. This is still.
The next thing I noticed is definitely the soundtrack. It's not the same soundtrack playing over and over again throughout the game. Each level has its own soundtrack, has its own atmosphere. And the soundtrack that they chose complements the sound effects in this game incredibly well. I mean, overall graphics, sound effects, and the soundtrack, the music they chose is absolutely great.
Shoot the cable hooks! Do not let the train get to the central station!
I hear you're taking the credit for killing me! Hope you make the most of it! Shields up!
The war between the Vectans and the Hellgast ended in seconds. They call it the Terracide. A billion lives.
Let's go.
So, the first 10 minutes of the game, basically it starts out with a cutscene, and it's amazing, by the way, absolutely amazing looking cutscene, about what happened after Killzone 3 with the Petricite explosion and all that. Basically, Vecta allows all the Hellgast who survived the blast to now live on Vecta. They have their own side of the planet, that they build a big wall, yada yada yada. Hellgast are terrible people, they start killing Vectans, so the Vectans try to escape. Now, you start out playing as Lucas Kellen, and you're basically start as playing as a young boy, your father Michael Kellen, and he tries to escort both of you out of the Hellgast area to get on the other side of the wall back to Vecta. Now, it's actually pretty cool. There's definitely a sense of danger. As soon as it starts out, Hellgast start banging at the door. There's like drones that try to spot you. There's Hellgast walking around with guns. There is definitely a sense of danger when you first start out playing. You then meet Sinclair. He basically says he can help you get on the other side of the wall. He's a shadow marshal at the time. Leads up to where you get your first little mission you have to do by yourself. You have to basically climb up on top of something and like remove a board from the other side of a door so they can get through. And then immediately following that, you run into your first encounter, your up close encounter with the Hellgast. Now Sinclair goes to kill him. Your father shoots him with a stun pistol, which sadly is not in the rest of the game. And then Sinclair walks up and puts 2 rounds in his head to kind of give you an idea where the game's going. It definitely sucked me in. I was definitely excited to play more. I wanted to know exactly who this Sinclair person was, and obviously you get to play as Lucas Kellen when he's much older in the actual game, when you actually, run around with guns and you're killing people. So the game was definitely cool, and the first 10 minutes were definitely impressive.
This is it. Worry about your conscience when we're on the other side. Come on, we're not far from the wall.
Shield active!
Bravo charge is on.
So the multiplayer, sadly to admit, I used to play Call of Duty all the time, so playing Killzone Shadowfall multiplayer, I hated it. I absolutely hated it. The first night, I played like 1 or 2 games, then I went on to playing Resogun. It didn't hold my attention. I don't know why. I just thought it was clunky. I had no enjoyment. Next day, tried playing it again, played a few games, gave it some more time, and got around to liking it. Eventually, got around to loving it. Multiplayer is absolutely fantastic. Nothing like Call of Duty is. It's more slower paced. It's really team-based strategy. You really need to know what you're doing. You can't just jump in and run around and start killing people. It's not going to work. You're going to get killed. But if you give it a chance like I did, I can promise you you're going to end up loving the multiplayer. So one last thing I just want to touch up on is the gunplay in the game. If you're used to playing Call of Duty, I'm just going to use that as a reference. It's nothing like Call of Duty. There's no auto aim, so you can't just snap onto your targets. There's no quick scoping in this, and then the sensitivity is a lot slower. You can't just flick your analog stick and do a 360. You need to really actually turn around, actually aim, keep your reticle on the target to kill them. So if you're into that, it's definitely good. I enjoy it a lot more than Call of Duty, and personally, I also think it takes a lot more skill than Call of Duty does.
30 seconds.
I'm reloading.
The war between the Vectins and the Helghast ended in seconds. They call it the Terracide. 1 billion lives lost in the petricite fires that swept Helgen's surface, reducing it to nothing more than a lifeless rock.
So just to wrap this video up, definitely first impressions of Killzone Shadowfall were great. The graphics, sound effects, music, the first 10 minutes of the game, the first mission, it all blew me away. The multiplayer and the gunplay, the multiplayer especially, took a little getting used to, but once I gave it a chance, ended up loving it. Hands down, this game is absolutely fantastic. It's just an absolutely great game. So if you like the video, guys, definitely subscribe. There's going to be more videos coming out on Killzone Shadowfall. I'm going to have videos coming out on Resogun, Contrast, etc. It's going to be trophy guides, walkthroughs, reviews, first impressions, you name it. Hopefully going to get some live streams in there pretty soon. So if you're interested in that, definitely subscribe, and I'll see you next time.
You have no idea how sickening this is to us. Forced to live here, alongside the people who destroyed our planet. And then there are people like you, Lucas Kellen, judging us, treating us like we are the criminals.